Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Damn a needle! Damn a needle! Damn a needle! Man, stop the needle! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I can't stop breaking your brain! Straight to your full crack! You can stop pretending your brain! Straight to your soul crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star broad blast! You can't stop me! 5-star broad blast! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang. The balance of power and zen. You can't stop the yin and the yang. The balance of power and zen. Drop it down. The whole fucking show. Drop it down. The whole fucking show. I will levitate. Flip, kick you in the yam. I will decimate. You can prepare for. Drop it down. The whole fucking show. Drop it down. The whole fucking show. Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
Damn, I gotta meet this guy, this whole fucking show guy. Happy September 29th, everybody. Some of the people that may have listened to our last show that aren't listening to this show are Luna Vachon, the Giant Gonzalez, a bunch of people I'm probably forgetting, and one that probably a lot of people don't know, joining us after quite a break from RVD Radio is the lovely SVD. Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
You're back on.
I am.
How long has it been since you've been on this show?
Quite a long time, since the end of May.
That was a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing them sporadically or whatever, but I was just saying, a couple of people that passed. Did you know Giant Gonzalez died?
No.
Do you know who that was?
No.
He was a big, he was this wrestler that was like Fonzie. Fonzie, I want to talk about him. Fonzie was hired actually to be his caretaker back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I remember those stories.
Just like Tim White did for Andre the Giant, Fonzie did for Giant Gonzalez. He'd be the guy to drive him around. And dude, this guy was super tall. He was from Brazil or something. They put him in a monkey outfit to give him muscles and shit. But he passed away. And a lot of people probably don't know this. And I'm sure you don't know this probably either. But Bruce just texted me a while ago and said that. What is his last name? I'm gonna have to come back to that. Fuck. The guy that does the Geraldo. The guy that does the fucking roast, Greg Giraldo. Greg Giraldo died.
What?
Yeah. So we'll hear from Jingles about that. That sucks, man. He was the funniest motherfucker on all them roasts. And Bruce says he OD'd on pills.
Oh, you're kidding me.
He went the wrestler way.
OD takes another one. Took Lance Cade recently.
Right, yeah. Well, I was just mentioning, Luna Vachon. Did you ever meet Luna Vachon?
Oh, my God, yes. That was one crazy, intense woman.
Yeah. And there's been other ones that I can't remember. Those are sticking out right now. But anyway, we're here, thank God.
I'm scared of Luna.
Yeah, who wasn't?
Right.
Her husband was, too. She used to beat the shit out of the Blackheart dude that was her husband. But anyway.
Was the vampire dude scared of her, too?
Yeah. Yeah, she was kind of scary. Bruce is supposed to be co-hosting the show with us, and he can't get on the he can't get on the phone lines. But we'll get back to that because we're gonna need the help of someone who is with us. Nikki Starr, how are you today?
I am incredibly happy that you are both here, and I'm so happy that you're talking, and I'm so happy you're okay.
Nikki, you just started watching the TNA stuff after I told you to tune into my last match, huh?
You know what? Okay, to be honest, can I tell the story of what you did? Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay. This is so awesome, you guys, because I don't watch wrestling, but I produce a show, and so Rob is my friend, and I love SVD, but I don't know anything about wrestling. And so about 10 minutes before the show, Rob Van Dam texted a message to me and said, "I want you to watch the show, but I'm okay." I watched the show. I freaked the fuck out. Seriously, I freaked the fuck out.
And then what? You said like, okay, I'm sorry.
I watched. Oh no, it's okay. No, it's okay. So then I text messaged him like 100 times, and then I didn't hear from him, and he was like, "I'm fine, blah blah blah." And then of course, I don't know how it all works, but I know that I love it. And then I know that the last time I watched it, I saw him, and I text messaged him again and invited him and SVD to my house on 10/10/10 to come visit. And he says, "I'm sorry, I have a prior engagement." So, yes, he's keeping me informed.
And I think that prior engagement was intended because you don't want to see me get back in the ring with Abyss and Janice. Is that right?
No, I do want to see you get back in the ring with him, and I want you to kill him.
So you're actually having something on the 10/10/10?
No, I would have you here.
Right.
So, I'll be watching. Okay. No, I'll be watching, but I was like, you know what? I'll be watching. Don't worry, I'll be watching. But that guy, so my last text message to him was, if anything happens and you can't kill him, my Mafia bros will. I'm just saying. You just tell Dixie, I got people.
I'm glad to have your support. And, this is what I tell all the fans, and I tell my family and everyone, basically, because this sums it up. You can always remember this. No matter what happens, it's nothing RVD can't handle.
Okay, and that is exactly what he text messaged me, y'all. He did. But SVD, don't you think that it was so awesome of him 10 minutes before to tell me that he was okay and watch it? Because he don't even laugh. Because he knows how I am. I mean, I can't hardly watch it. And I've never been anywhere live, and I don't know anything about it except for y'all.
And I wanted to give you the heads up because I wanted to tell you why we wouldn't be doing RVD radio
That is correct.
for a minute. Yeah, and but we're back. We haven't done a show in a long time. The last show we did on the insurance situation with wrestlers, that was my favorite fucking show we've done so far. Because even though yours too, even though I didn't agree with anything that Booker said, I could tell that a lot of people did, and I like that.
You were completely wrong. Can I just say?
I felt like it was a great thing. Now, obviously, obviously people that are intelligent, I would win them over, and other people would.
Oh my God! It was the best show ever. If you guys, I know that we haven't had a show for a month, but the last show we did was, I would have to say, probably my favorite show ever that we've done. It was brilliant.
Yeah. My webmaster is calling in. I wish I knew how to do call. I'd put him on the air. Do you know how to do that? Put him on the spot. Say, motherfucker, what are you doing calling me during the show? And how can you not know about that I'm doing a radio show? If I mean,
it's not like I don't put it everywhere. I should. He is. You know what? He's on my Facebook. I'm going to go put it there right now. I'm going to put right on his personal page.
Do that. Hey, I just gave Jingles your text number. I told him to text you too because he's saying that when he calls, it says only one host at a time or something, and I gave him the
he's
host.
Calling the wrong number.
I know. I told him that's what he did last time too, right? He did that last
Tell
time
him.
too, right? Okay.
Yes. 347-308-8754. That is his number.
Oh, it is?
Uh-huh.
Even if he... No, but I want him to be able to
Correct.
see the phone callers.
He can. He has to log in as you.
Oh.
Okay? But then he dials the guest call-in number. So he logs
Okay,
in
well,
the
you'll
Blog Talk
take care
Radio.
of that. You'll tell him, because he'll text you, and he's
He
at
is
the same
texting me
time,
right now.
he's been check this out. He's been saying for like 2 days, he's going to do this, and I said, don't be like flaking on me now. And he goes, no,
Right.
man, I don't have a gig. I'm there for the whole 2 hours. I can't,
Okay.
And then even earlier today, he's like, what's up, man? Everything's looking good. And then 5 minutes into the show, I get a text from him saying my phone's dead. I'm charging it.
All right, well, you know what? He's blowing my phone up, so you keep talking, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Take care of that, Nikki. By the way, right before this, when we were warming up, getting our mindset for RVD Radio, I put on the Showtime special of Bruce Jingles. That's the first time you saw that, right, babe?
Yes, it is, but it's not the first time I've heard those Bruce Jingle jokes.
We could go on stage and do the Bruce Jingles act.
Yes, I can do his act.
Right. Hey, Jeff Garcia's pretty funny, though, right?
I don't know. It's still playing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you remember, but I think you listened to some of that stuff before. He's funny. Whatever. So Bruce will be joining us, and we got a bunch of special guests, just like we always do. Well, Jeremy Borash is pretty special guest. Fans know him from TNA's website, and on the house shows he is the ring announcer, the promoter, the everything. Yeah. He Twittered that or got out.
He did?
Or something.
Okay, so did he get bed bugs?
Yeah, this.
Yikes!
We can talk about that too.
Oh my God!
Tanya,
I don't want to go to New York City because of the bed bugs.
Okay, this weekend we were in Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was in Philly, New York City. New York City, Philly, and then Jersey, respectively. And anyway,
Bed bug zone.
There was bed bugs in the fucking in New York City. Everyone I think knows about that. It's a huge epidemic. And Sonia warned me because you're like that.
Well,
you like Lori.
I had to nag you because you're like that. You don't care.
But
I don't want bed bugs.
But we stayed in Jersey by the Newark airport.
Yeah, like that's any better.
Apparently it wasn't, because Jeremy Borash showed up to the arena in Rahway, however the fuck you say that town in Jersey, with little lumps all over his face. And I was talking to him, I was Googling on my phone, looking up all these facts. These bed bugs, they can go months without eating or drinking.
Just the thought of something feeding on you while you're asleep just creeps me out.
Right, so they're little bloodsuckers. They don't carry disease. They're not known to, is what they keep saying.
Life.
I guess, and they're really durable too.
Yeah, like cockroaches.
Right, and they hide in the mattresses, and they're all over the place. But anyway, I guess they they bit him up. And he was saying, we're looking out to make sure. I was like, okay, there's not like a red dot in the center, right? Because these don't have them. He said, nope. I guess it is bed bugs. And anyway, he's the only one out of all of us to know of it. But Sonia still won't let me bring my luggage in. It's still in the trunk of the car from coming home on Sunday.
And all of the clothes, like everything in his bag that's washable, is going to be washed all together. It's going to be sanitized because I have a sanitize function on my washing machine.
But I didn't have them. I always tell
Are
you.
you sure?
I'm protected by the white light. I can't explain that to everyone so they can understand it.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're protected, but I'm not sure our linens and our mattresses are protected. So just in case, I'm going to wash everything on sanitize.
Baby, we finally have Bruce Jingles on the line with us.
Nuh-uh.
Bruce Jingles, motherfucker! Yeah, there you go. What's up, man? Did you get your phone charged?
Yeah, it's charging right now.
You're so funny. How come your battery died? You didn't know you were going to do this?
No, it's the home phone. Yeah, that's because I was going to call from the home phone because the phone is right by the computer. So I could just do the switchboard. It's easy, but that's just acting up.
All right, hey, we've already moved on past the depressing moment, but we got to go back there now since you were late and dip the show's energy back down. But tell us about Greg Giraldo real quick. What the fuck?
Fucking horrible, dude. He passed away from a apparent prescription drug overdose today.
How old?
Really? 44, I believe.
Man, he was so fucking funny. I always look forward to seeing him, you know?
Dude, he was the baddest dude on the roast. He was amazing, dude. It sucks. It's just.
That's the roast.
And Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Ross, Lisa Lampanelli, Greg Giraldo. Those three motherfuckers own it.
Yeah, you know, every roast they all delivered. You know what I mean? It was consistent. And it's not gonna, dude. I don't think I can watch another roast.
Yeah, you can. My favorite joke from his David Hasselhoff roast that Greg Giraldo said was that David Hasselhoff drinks so much that alcohol lists him as a tax dependent.
Yeah. There's another good one. Lampanelli said another good one where David Hasselhoff's liver so black and bloated and it played Precious.
Alcohol lists him as a dependent on its taxes. Fuck off, you knew what I meant. Whatever. I don't know. I'm getting weird looks over here. They didn't like my delivery. Anyway, yeah, too bad. Well, but anyway, that's Greg Giraldo, if you remember who said that. That guy's fucking awesome. And all right. Right on. All right. Well, hey, Bruce Jingles, glad that you're joining us. Can you see the callers?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay, cool. So check this out. You can take callers whenever the fuck you want tonight. You don't have to wait for me to tell you. If there's a dead moment, you can just be like, boom, Officer X is on, motherfucker, which actually he is. Number 6 is Officer X. So go ahead and take that and let him join and
all right,
start this fucking show.
Okay, hang on. And then go to on there.
Can't take that long and act retarded when you're doing it. You gotta make it like.
Can I ask then why am I here?
Nikki Star, we want input too, and Bruce don't know what he's doing. You know that. He's
okay. I'll listen and I'll still do all the screening. Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
He's gonna fuck up. Nikki, you screen and you kick in, and we like your female voice. And Nikki said she wasn't gonna be here, so we're very glad that she's here too. But Bruce is trying to add some flavor to the show. And Officer X is probably waiting at a 7-Eleven right now during a hold-up and calling us because he wants to add to the show. Hey,
Officer X, motherfucker!
Say something, Officer X. By the way, he never does speak the first time.
Oh, shut the fuck up, will you?
See?
Usually he leaves me hanging until I go on 2 or 3 times back to him. But what up, Officer X?
Nothing, man. Just stimulating the economy, wrapping up a little overtime shift here.
All right, cool. Well, that's our
I'm
subject.
fucking so excited to go home. Buddy, I haven't slept in my bed at night since fucking before that foolish weekend. Oh, this is the first night of normal sleep. Yes.
And normally you sleep upside down like a bat, huh?
You know, with gravity boots, I hang upside down, yeah, like a bat. We go moonbathing here like the Addams family does too.
Yeah, you fuckers on the East Coast, man, I'll never get you. I'll never understand why anybody wants to live anywhere different than right here.
Amen, dude.
All right, listen, I haven't even got into my subject yet, and I'm seeing all these callers on there, and I want to introduce this. Number 9, that's from Battle Creek. I'm guessing that's Kit Likens. He's been on before my kickboxing coach, but it might be someone else, but he said he'd call in. But let me talk to you real quick. I want to talk about ways that we can add money to our economy today. And it's funny I love doing subjects like that because it's a bunch of meatheads, wrestlers, and whoever the fuck's on here and stuff. But we all have our own ideas and stuff. And actually, RVD is a little more involved. As you know, one of favorite ways and people are going to expect this, so I'll get it right off, marijuana. We tax, regulate, control marijuana, and here in California, it's Proposition 19 on the ballot. I will actually be speaking.
I'll call you right back.
Get the fuck out of here, man. He's got an emergency to go to.
Weeds for fags. See ya.
What?
Dude, the stuff he does during the show, man, he's pulling people over. He gets calls like that. We need an officer down. We need a police officer, and he's like, oh fuck, these guys pulling me away. But anyway, Dude, somehow I didn't even do the intro, and it's almost 20 after. But I want to talk about the economy. And with Prop 19, I'll be speaking at UCLA October 16th in favor of Proposition 19, which is to use the money that's already there, but tax it, regulate it, put it above ground, stick it to the fucking Mexican cartels. There's 1,000 ways to go about that. But there's other things. And also, by the way, there's an amendment in Prop 19 for us to come up with a system to utilize hemp, which, by the way, if we used hemp like we used to, it could replace everything, like 80% of everything that you see, not just clothes and wood, but paint and, varnishes, carpet. You can eat it, drink it. You can use it for fuel. It's healthier for the environment. You don't have to use the same chemicals that you break down wood pulp with. The crops grow annually, so instead of cutting down 20-year-old trees, you'd be cutting down 1-year-old trees, and they'd regrow. And the fibers are stronger, and it releases carbon dioxide, which is good for nature while you're processing it. There's a million reasons to utilize hemp. We do have some things made out of hemp here, which some of you may have seen, but guess what? We fucking import it. Instead of growing it here, we pay to fucking have shit shipped in from overseas, because it's illegal to grow hemp here. We put a lot of people in prison. A lot of fucking people go to prison for everything from writing bad checks to serious crimes. But here's a fact I'll kick out real quick. While here in the United States, we have less than 5% of the world's population. Okay, wrap your head around that. Less than 5% of the world's population. However, we have a quarter of their prisoners. 25% of the world's prisoners live in America, and over half of them are there for drug charges, all right? And then when you break it down again, 60% of those with drug charges are for marijuana possession. It's really a waste of money, and it's a big business, the prison system, but it's money for the wrong people. I don't understand why we don't tax churches. Churches provide a service for money just like everything else. Non-profit businesses get taxes, like marijuana dispensaries are non-profit. They pay tax. It's estimated about $100 million a year raised here in California off of that. And I don't understand why we don't tax churches. Look at the Vatican. Oh, my God, that's worth more than our whole fucking country. It's beautiful. It's like a city made of gold. It's like Bespin in the fucking Empire Strikes Back. It is. So I think let's listen to some other people's ideas and shit too, and see what we come up with. But we're broke. Our country's broke. 1 out of 7 people in our country lives below poverty right now. 1 out of 7. That's pretty astounding. And anyway, go to you know what? Fuck it. This isn't Kit Likens on number 8.
This is Joe Rogan. Yes, I didn't even know we were on. I thought you were going to bring Kid Likens on. Kid Likens actually works with us with helping the community. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
No, that's okay.
I thought we were waiting for Kid Likens. We can talk about business, though. I've got some great ideas for our business economy. I studied business while I was in college, as a matter of fact. But I like your idea. I support your idea. But what I represent is helping the community. We're a homeless organization. In that aspect, we're a nonprofit. We help a lot of people that are homeless, lost their jobs. We help ex-felons. We get them back to work. We do a job training program. Chip, as a matter of fact, told me he was going to call you earlier, and I thought you had him on the phone. I apologize again for not responding to that. We can talk about the economy as far as what would be best for the homeless people or the people that are losing their homes at a daily rate. Right now we're looking at our third wave of people losing their homes due to the mortgage problems and the issues at that. But our organization, helpingthecommunity.org, we help a lot of people with food, clothing. We help them with furniture. We help them with housing. And anything we can do to get our economy back and rolling. Rob, I live in Battle Creek. You're familiar with Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, of course, I recognize the area code, but how is community.org funded?
It's funded through me. I work a lot of overtime to fund it. There is no administration cost. There's no administration fees. In other words, my wife, my family, my friends, we volunteer our time to fund this. I work a lot of overtime, like I said, in order to keep things going. because our communities need help, and our nation is hurting. And so my son started this program back in 2005, and he passed away in 2007. And he's basically given this to me and said, you know, Dad, you got to keep it going. That's just what we do, people helping people. And so that's what I've done.
So I'm assuming there's also like donations involved, or otherwise.
There are some donations. We gather about close to $5,000 a year just in monetary funding, and that pays for the food that we collect. We are part of the organization of the Southwest Michigan, South Central Michigan of the Food Bank. If you're familiar with that in the Battle Creek area, it's right there out there, Fort Custer area. Now, we're one of the agencies that are part of it, and so what we do is we raise money, and for every pound of food we pay 16 cents. And so we gather up our cash, and we go down and we buy the food, and then we hand it out to people. Why do we do that? This is a great nation we live in. And why people come to my back door and ask for food, it blows my mind. But when somebody asks for food, what a shame for us to say, I don't have any. Well, guess what? Our organization steps up to the plate and says, you know what? I'll give you what I can, feed your family, make sure we do the right thing, and pass it on. Pass it forward, that's a real deal in our organization. We preach it, we live it. Hey, it's just who we are, people helping people.
Joseph, that sounds incredible what you're doing. How is it that you actually house homeless people, if I'm understanding this correctly?
We have gone out and purchased homes through our organization, and we fixed them up. We've had a lot of volunteers donate their time. We did a lot of job training programs through the MPRI and through the KPET program of here in Michigan, and we've trained people to do the drywalling, to do some plumbing, to do electrical work, and they're beautiful places. We've had people volunteer.
So they put work back into it?
We put work back into these places. We've had homes that people wanted to burn down, and what we've done is we've taken these homes. These are beautiful historical homes. If you're familiar with the Capitol Avenue Historical District, these homes were vacant for 3 years. People running in and out of them, doing bad things in this neighborhood. And what we've done is we've stepped up to the plate and said, you know what, Ground Zero is going to be a nice community and a nice place to live. So that's what we've done. If you get a chance to come see us, I would love to give you the tour and give you an insight of what we've accomplished over just a short period of time. Because
I'll definitely keep that in mind. I haven't been back to my hometown of Battle Creek in quite some time, and so Joseph, I don't have any plans of that. And that does include knowing that TNA is going through, everybody, so please pay attention. I am saying that I'm not booked on those shows. TNA's coming through Michigan. It's not by my choice. I would love to be there and tried to be there, but I'm just telling you right here, and that's not to hurt any ticket sales for TNA, but my fans that are excited and telling me they're getting excited for me to be there. TNA does shows without having the full roster on every show, and for whatever reason, when they juggled around my dates, they thought I was more needed elsewhere. So, all right, so that's community.org. Sounds like they're doing a great thing, Joseph.
Thank you very much. It's helping. I'm sorry. I'm at work right now. I work.
Okay, well, I muted you, but nothing but positive energy for him, man. Sounds like he's doing a really good thing there. Does that help the economy by feeding homeless and by putting them in shelters, or is it just like free stuff? Because how does that put more money into the economy?
Well, what this actually does is this is not actually a handout; it's a hand up. Anytime we can get somebody back into the community and working towards their goal of being a better steward of their own community. For instance, let me give you for instance, people that have fallen through the cracks because of drug charges or whatnot, ex-felons, they have to go somewhere. They have to live somewhere, okay? So what do we do with them? We have to be productive stewards of our own community and give them a chance to grow and prosper. Why? Because if we don't, what are they going to do? When people lose their jobs and then they lose their home, what does that create for our society? You have to ask yourself, Rob, what is it that we can do to make our society better? And I say, give them a chance to grow and be more productive. We give them job training in our organization. We teach them to be more productive. You've heard that expression time and time again. It's better to teach someone to fish than to just feed them fish, right? It's the same avenue that we teach and preach. We teach them how to be more productive. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That makes a lot of sense. One more question I have to ask you, because this relates to another idea that we have. You know, our economy in California, in particular, is fucked in its own way. Besides the country being really, you know, I mean, we're actually one of the worst here, and we're 19 billion in the hole just here in this state, and we're very close to Mexico. And I know all throughout the country there's a lot of immigrants, but right here in California and a lot of the southern border states, I probably have it a lot more of that. And I wonder, you know, I'd like to get your opinion. Do you think there should be like a pathway towards citizenship for the people that are already here? You're talking about, you know, teaching them how to fish. They're already here. I think trying to drive everybody out and doing, you know, the big Jew hunt all over again is kind of, you know, it's kind of something that's not going to work, you know. And I want to get your opinion on that. Like, there's homeless. There's also immigrants that don't have, you know, that don't necessarily have any ID to even belong here, but they could also be productive in our community if they didn't ship the money down south. What's your opinion on that?
I agree with you on that, Rob. Now, listen, that's a big issue because there's so many different avenues and aspects of the situation. We could touch on the fact of illegal immigrants. We can touch on the fact of different other aspects of this. First of all, let's talk about the imbalance of trade right now. China, from what I understand, charges us 22% for every good that go over 22% of whatever we send to China. Now, when it comes back to us, we only charge them 2%. There's an imbalance of trade there. Okay, it's a job creation thing. The immigration process, you know, people need to understand that if you want to be an American, you have to earn it, flat out. The people that are already here, they have to go through the process. If they're gonna be an American, you have to go through the process to become an American. There are people out there right now that are joining the military in order to get their citizenship, and then so on. There's more to it than just joining the military, but of course, they're earning their passage to become a United States citizen. Don't you agree, Rob, that people should put the effort forward if they want to be an American? They need to prove that they're American? I think
there should be a system that's probably not in place right now, just like with everything else, just like anything we're trying to legalize and tax. It's yet to be constructed. I do think that's a good idea. Appreciate your call. We got a bunch of other callers, so I'm going to move on, but, you know, feel free to keep listening, and that's community.org. That's where people can go to learn more about it, right?
It's called helpingthecommunity.org. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Joseph. Call from my hometown.
Want to go to line 4?
Do it, dude. Do it.
All right, here we go. Line 4, motherfucker.
Can't you see who that is?
You have to say their name. They don't know what number they are.
See, that's why you're here, Nikki.
Okay,
they don't know what number they are.
Michael Porter, motherfucker.
There
you think
go.
Nikki gave them a number and told them to wait in line until the number's called?
I figured that. I don't know.
It's okay. Look, do you see the yellow ones? You see their names?
Yeah, that's where the name is.
Yeah. Okay.
Back
Michael Porter, give Bruce Jingles his progress report so far. He's co-hosting this with me and Nikki Starr and SVD.
Bruce
by the way, hi,
does
SVD.
a
Sorry.
big job at whatever he does, whether he's on stage, whether he's on the keyboard, whether he's on the switchboard. He's the man. Bruce Jingles
I'm not
is
in
the man.
band. I'm not in the band. Bruce Jingles on the keyboards, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So I meant switchboard.
Okay.
Michael Porter, how you feeling? Last time we talked to you, you were dying of exhaust fumes and shit from the wonderful L.A. smog and brown air.
Well,
so how you feeling?
I'm feeling better. You know, I'm breathing better since I had my heart scare. I'm having some issues where I may have to, I still may have to go back up north. If I do, I'm going to miss a lot of people that I've met down here in L.A., but if I've got to do it for my health, And the other day before yesterday, when it was like 113 here, I thought I was going to lose Pepper because she was. I don't have any air conditioning back here in the house where I'm staying, and it was right around 97 degrees inside here, and she was in really bad shape. I had to keep putting her in the bathtub in cool water, not cold water, but cool water, and keeping her wiped down with cool water. I thought I was going to lose her.
Motherfucker.
She's doing okay.
That's
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, glad to know. Yeah, so glad to know that you're still doing well too. Yeah, I ran into mutual friend Diana Holliday at this Hollywood networking party that I was at Sunday.
Yeah, she told me that. She saw you there.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was a good thing. I got invited to by Rock Riddle. I don't know if you got to be a hardcore wrestling fan maybe to remember Rock Riddle or to recognize him, but you can certainly look him up, YouTube him, Google him, whatever, and there he is. And nice guy. The guy wants to have a match. He wants to have one more match, and he's like hoping that I'll be able to have the match with him. I can tell he's hungry for it, and he's like he wants to, but he also wants to wrestle whoever, Paul Orndorff, because he used to be Mr. Wonderful first, and he was The Rock before Dwayne Johnson. So.
Yeah, Rock's a great guy. I knew him back in the early 70s. When we
you
both
did?
worked.
Right on. When you were wrestling, were you a ring announcer?
No, I wasn't a ring announcer at that time. I was security. I sold programs for promoter Roy Shire and Louis Miller out here on the Northern California territories. But I knew Rock way back then, and I saw him about 3 years ago at the now infamous Wrestle Fan Fest at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. That was the first time I'd seen him since the 70s. And he remembered me, and I remembered him, and we had good conversation, and we have kept in touch ever since.
Right on. Okay,
Michael
cool.
Porter?
Michael Porter.
The Rock when he was Pebble. I'm sorry, Tappy. That was funny.
Tap-Ass keeping our chat room amused, as he always does. And I'm sure Tap-Ass has some great ideas for our economy, too. So I'm sure he's just taking his time, and he'll be calling in. They all involve beer. Well, I mean, let's take it.
English, I know.
Since you bring it up, I have to mention, that back in the 20s, during alcohol prohibition, the economy kind of took a beating, and there was great business underground for the mobsters like Al Capone and fucking
Bugsy Siegel.
And Lucky Luciano and Joe Kennedy. That's what I was stuck on. I was trying to think of the old man Kennedy's name, Joseph.
Yeah, Joe Kennedy.
Joe Kennedy, yeah. Bootlegger. But anyway, you know how they stopped all that bootlegging of alcohol in all that underground.
They legalized it again.
Exactly, which is what Proposition 19 is intending to do here in California. So I'm all behind it. I'm a member of the Speakers Bureau for it, and I've got a lot of things coming up: debates, interviews, stories, and the 16th I'll be speaking at the UCLA at Rock Your Vote. I'll be speaking on stage, and I'll be in a booth, I guess, answering questions and stuff. Then on the 17th, I will be with Bruce Jingles at Extravaganza. Where at, Bruce Jingles? The Comedy Store, motherfucker.
Main room, motherfucker. I can't wait.
Dude, yeah, I've never plugged any of my stand-up ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like, I always just I'm in the crowd. I'll go up there. This time I'm letting people know because I'm excited about it. And we're going to get the message out. There's going to be voter registration cards there. I believe October 18th, the next day, is the last day that you can register to vote, if I'm not mistaken. Very important election this year. Very important.
I'm an absentee. I'm on an absentee ballot. So if I'm on the road or something, I get it early enough in there. I can just send it in.
Okay, cool. Well, yes, for Prop 19, because it's the right thing to do. Michael Porter, we're talking about ideas of things that we can do to bring in money. It seems to always be about taxing, tax this, tax that. I was talking to Rhino in the dressing room the other day, and I was mentioning, how come churches aren't taxed, And he's like, oh, don't tax the churches. I think people get taxed enough. But no, it's the people that are reaching in their pocket and giving the money. You know what I mean? It's the businesses, the churches that I'm saying tax. I mean, they're tax-free, and I don't understand that. I mean, it's one of the biggest businesses ever in the history of time, and there's certain towns I can roll through, and it seems like there's a church on like every 2 blocks, and it's like, you know, and it's like, you know, everyone kind of like went off and sectioned off by themselves and said, okay, we're going to be a Lutheran church, and we're going to be a Christian whatever, we're going to be a Java Mosque, we're going to whatever, and there's like so many different ways to go in there into your house of worship, and come on, I don't spend a lot of time in there, but my impression is that they use guilt to get you to pay as much so that it hurts. I mean, I've seen that on TV with evangelists. I know it hurts. God wants you to make it hurt. It has to hurt, or it doesn't count. Reach in deeper, and I mean, I don't know if they all do that, but that's my impression, is that their system is to get you to really, really dig in there and give a lot of your money to them. What's wrong with them paying some tax? If there's there's so many churches that would have to add up to billions of dollars.
Well, yeah, I believe that as well. I think they ought to be taxed. Just look at some of these TV evangelists. They have these huge cathedrals, like the old Crystal Cathedral. They rake in so much money, and they ride around, in limousines and, $500 suits. They dress better than Ric Flair does sometimes.
Well, with the Crystal Cathedral, I can tell you, with the Crystal Cathedral in the city it's in Orange County, it draws a lot of revenue into Orange County. I can just tell you that plain and simple.
They ought to be taxed because, that would help our economy right there. And look at all of the TV shows, PTL, and all the religious programs where they ask for money to help keep the show going.
Yeah, I call it the Please Send Us Money channel.
Well, any of the really successful evangelists who have gotten fame off of their success, they're loaded, and they got like tons of gold, falling out of their asshole on TV. And it's like, how can that be done? How can that be done? And you watch them work, and you know what? By the way, they're just people doing a job. You know what? I heard one of the funniest things, and I heard it a couple times the other day. I heard Joey Behar say it. I heard Bill Maher say it. I heard someone else say it on the news. And they said it seems to be, if you know somebody that's really, really anti-gay, they're gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the more these priests get busted. Yeah, no, I'm saying she was like one of 3 people on that day. I heard it, but I was like, the first time I heard it, I was like, that's so funny, because why is it always like priests? And I mean, it's common among the churches, and the scandals that they have. Shouldn't that prove to some people that guy in the front of the room isn't really closer to God? He doesn't have a better relationship with God, but people are followers. And this guy is a better professor of the book that they want to follow because they're told that's what to do. So there you have it. But in the meantime, that's just a dude up there doing a job. It's a guy that's committed to his job, and it seems like more often than not, he's got some fucking sexual issues.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, can I interject with that real quick? When I was a kid, my family was very religious, and went to a Baptist church in L.A. And I was real little, so I was running around the church, and the pastor happened to be in the main room of the church talking to this chick. So I kind of snuck in, and I just heard the pastor of the church, a holy religious man supposedly, telling this chick, we're gonna be fucking tonight, and then by the way, we need to get some more money off these motherfuckers. Literally, that's what he said. That's why I lost my respect.
Yeah, that probably had an influence on your perspective of churches.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, but let me also add, on Headline News right now, there's a pastor that's in trouble for plotting the murder of his wife. I mean, it's like, he did murder her. Okay, he plotted and murdered. Well, anyway, that's right. They find out some of the wives before that he did that too, and somehow this is almost like the Drew Peterson thing, where he's got wives in the past that he's killed and got away with, and now they're looking at it, from a different perspective. Now they see what he's done. But anyway, it's getting harder and harder to surprise me. Please interject, Nikki Star.
Okay, this is the thing. Why can't you make your corporation into a church, Rob? What are the guidelines, y'all? I'm just asking a serious question, okay? So churches don't have to pay taxes.
Would you be
it doesn't even matter what
RVD?
he could call himself still just RVD.
I don't know. I wish I took a business course and I could probably answer that. I think that's a good point, Nikki. What else did it? Damn, I just lost my point.
You wouldn't have to pay any taxes on any money because everything that you get you could label as
would go to the church. Yeah.
Going to the church. Therefore, it's a donation.
Yeah, that's why you got all these fake-ass churches out there. Churches chicken don't pay no tax.
Nothing. They pay nothing.
Churches chicken.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and I don't know what the guidelines are of being considered a house of worship. But the point that I was thinking of that I was trying to get in, I heard I can't take credit for this train of thought, but one of the talk shows it went through a way of. The soldiers, the gay soldier, and then the people were in what's that church, baby? That they picket the gay dead
souls.
I
know. The
Westminster, right?
Westminster,
the Westminster Church. Okay, so the point that was made was so it's religion. These are religious freaks that are picketing. This is like an act of terror on the Father, and they were saying that the churches, if you spend money on churches, that you're actually funding terrorism based through this train of thought. That because these assholes that are terrorizing the funeral belong to an organization, if you want to blame the whole church, just like you want to blame all of Muslims just because a group of radicals is our enemy, and they hold it against all Muslims. They don't want to let them have a house of worship at Ground Zero. They made a comparison to saying that churches fund terrorism because that's where they were from, So, and I get that point because there's freaks, but they're not all going to go and have signs that say God hates fags and America's dying because of your son. That
right,
shit was
but
bad.
You know what? You have the answer. So we've been on the air for not even an hour, okay? You have the answer about how to fix our economy. Okay, legalize and tax marijuana. Use hemp, okay? It's a great product. It's great. And then tax churches. Okay, we're done. Let's go.
No, I can have
well, but Nikki Star, and I want you to call Stu for me here when I'm making this point here. But there's other things, like for instance, does a lot of our money just go south? Are we just like giving a lot of our money to Mexican workers that take it down send it down home to their families? And also, what about what the New World Order documentaries have always told us about how we borrow the dollar from the world banks at $1+ interest? How are we ever going to get ahead that way?
Well, China owns us. But realistically, I did some research on this because I'm very anti-illegal immigration, but I'm very pro-legal immigration, okay? But they do still legal immigrants or illegal immigrants send about 40% of the money they make to Mexico, okay?
Yep.
And illegal immigrants are not taxed on it at all. So that, and it's funny because the president of Mexico made a speech last year because the Mexican illegal immigrants were not sending enough money from America because they didn't have enough work. How can that even be sane? Okay.
Right.
Like, you're complaining? Come on.
Right, exactly. So we have to do something there then, obviously. We can't just make more money and allow it to trickle down there and just expect to be making so much more money that it doesn't matter, can we?
Right.
And it's not so much of our money anymore going down there because if you've been down there lately, nobody's going there anymore.
No, you're right.
Because of the Mexican cartels.
Right.
Well,
and not even the borders like of Arizona and Texas. Very, very, like there's no more travel there. It used to be that I would go to Sonora or Puerto Penasco. No way. There's no way.
I'm supposed to be in El Paso. I'm supposed to be in El Paso next in like 3 weeks, and they're saying that nobody's going to Mexico from El Paso.
Yeah, just be careful. Yeah, and in
Arizona.
Yeah,
and Juarez is right by there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Booker just wrestled out in Mexico a couple weeks ago. He was telling me how good it was, and he said, yeah, they told me they wanted you to wrestle down there, but you were scared to. I said, fuck yeah, especially when they agreed to my guarantee. I thought they're going to make their money back by holding me ransom.
Right.
That. You know what his response was? His response was nothing to worry about because it's the cartels that are running the shows.
It is. So then you're
Dude,
safe.
Like that. I'm not going to work for them.
No, don't.
I got offered a gig on the Mexican cruise. I don't want to go on it. It's fucking scary.
I wouldn't. And we don't even hear half of it. I'm just letting you know we don't even hear half of it. So do you want me to dial Stu?
I love Mexico, people. Mexico's a great place. They just need to clean up the corruption, and I would move down there.
No, dude, I've had fun in Mexico, but not now. Fuck that.
No, I miss it a lot because I do love it.
Thanks for gringos. I'll go back.
Yeah, and Negroes too, because we get half the work that you guys get.
Oh, you know what? You're so crazy.
No, it's true, dude. No, they treat us like shit down there, dude.
No kidding.
Call Stu. This is
calling Stu.
Yeah, this is Stu Stone, everybody. Everyone in the chat room, go ahead and Google Stu Stone real quick. He used to have a TV show on MTV with Jamie Kennedy, and so he's a bit of a celebrity, and I don't know what all he's done, but he's got a show right now, a big show called, what the fuck is it, Sunday Soup, Chat Soup,
Sunday
Talk Soup?
Yeah.
What is it, Nikki Star?
It's Chat Stu, and here I am dialing, so just get ready.
Oh, because he's Stu. That makes sense.
Right. And then, you know what? We could do a whole show on immigration if you ever want to, because I have some really good contact.
Stu the Jew, motherfucker.
Stu the Jew, motherfucker. I got to tell you something. You have a Canadian Jew coming on to talk about Mexico and immigration and churches. This is going to be very interesting.
You've been listening. Yeah.
I mean, when you called me and told me that you were going to be talking about stimulating the economy, I knew right away what you were going to be talking about, but I didn't expect it to get into all this.
Yeah, Stu, you knew that I was going to be talking about cannabis because that's the obvious. There's an estimated $14 billion cannabis industry in California right now. That's estimated because drug dealers don't really report what their fucking earnings, but $14 billion. It's the number one cash crop here. It's not, and even in the country, it's the number one cash crop for the country. So it's not like we're trying to introduce something new. The people want it, and I think they're going to prove it when they vote in November out here in California and send a strong message to the country. 1 out of 8 Americans is a Californian by population. That's a strong message, but it's not just about that, Stu. I mean, we haven't even talked about. There's other shit too. What about? And I know Nikki's a big proponent for taxing prostitution.
I was just going to say that. In Toronto, where I'm from, they just legalized prostitution.
Really?
They're thinking that. Yeah. I guess if you guys want to go on a road trip, I'm down. No, they just legalized it there because they figure it's going to be a tax thing. Listen, vices are always going to be something that you should look at when you're trying to stimulate an economy. And of course, you got marijuana and cigarettes are heavily taxed and alcohol is taxed, and prostitution is a vice that a lot of people want to get laid just as much. I mean, maybe that's something that they should look at over here. And the other thing is they say that the oldest profession is prostitution, but really the oldest profession is religion. And I really do feel like that you were touching upon stuff that I never really thought of before, but it is all tax-free money there. It's crazy. That's a huge, huge business.
Huge. This is where if this was a real radio show with a budget, I'd have a fact checker that could look up and tell me what the estimated annual income is for churches. You know, like how much how many billions and billions of dollars are raised just in this country on churches, and holy shit, you know, that's tax-free money. That's it's a business, and as far as prostitution goes, I've always kind of wondered, like, why they get to draw the line, like, right there. Like, you can charge to rub somebody's shoulders and, you know, but not their cock.
No.
Yeah, you can charge for that, yeah.
The happy ending business has done a lot for the Korean economy here in Los Angeles, but I don't know, man. I think you know, you got to look at these things that you're talking about seriously, and I guess marijuana legalization is definitely an interesting step in one direction. I'm just curious what you think, Rob. If they do legalize this, what happens to the how do you access? Is it access? I can go to 7-Eleven and buy a joint. Like, how is that going to work?
Well, you know, what we have right now on the table with Proposition 19, it calls for individual local governments, like the cities and counties, to have the right to decide if they want to let their retail stores apply for a marijuana retail license or not. So they'll still be like dry counties, dry cities, and the places that do want to capitalize on it, the businesses will apply for a marijuana retail license exactly like they do to sell alcohol, and it'll be follow the exact same guidelines as well.
I mean, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see. Do you think it's really going to go through?
Well, the polls right now are in favor. It's like 40s. I could look that up, but the polls are earlier. Yeah, it's close, and it's been like all over the news, you know. And it's like something like 49% in favor, and there's 43 against, and still, you know, I don't know. Polls are always something to go by, but they're not the ultimate because they don't ask everybody. They didn't ask you. They didn't ask me. You know, It's just a group of however many thousand people they ask. You know, but it's something they go by, that everyone goes by, and it's showing that the people right now are in favor of it. What we're going to see through October is a lot of debate, a lot of hate, and a lot of intentional confusion on the issue. Because in November we're going to vote. Yesterday I saw on the news this lady that's standing up against Proposition 19 because she said that, like, when she was in college or something, that she smoked marijuana and drank alcohol and did ecstasy and heroin and meth and LSD and all these things. Well, I know. I mean, that tells me that this bitch had an open mind and she was going to learn everything from firsthand experience. She probably got gangbanged too, and I don't think that should be blamed on marijuana.
Yeah, dude, folks that ever got fucking gangbanged by smoking a joint.
I tell her that.
Actually, that's not entirely true, fellas. But that's a whole other conversation for another time. I want to ask you this real quick. Do they have is this a state law, or how does this work federally? Like, if they pass it, I'm trying to speak quietly because your chat room apparently says I'm a loudmouth too, so I got to keep it down. But I wanted to know.
With the anti-Semitism chat room.
I wanted to know, is this a state law that would be changed? And if that's the case, how does that work federally?
Okay, good question. So yes, it's a state law, and the feds, I totally expect them to have a problem with it. You know, even though some of the people in Normal are saying no, you know, they're going to allow the state to decide, blah blah blah. The thing ultimately, what has to be done is the feds need to reclassify marijuana. Anybody listening, listen to this. Tell me if you have a problem with this. You, whoever you are, you can do cocaine. You can do fucking meth, and you can feel like you're making a safer choice than marijuana according to the federal guidelines. Now, if anybody thinks that's not bullshit, then we don't need to make a change. I happen to believe it's bullshit. I know for a fact marijuana is medicinal. It helped my wife. Sorry to exploit you, SVD.
It's okay, babe.
But it does add credibility. Like when I was on Stu's show and I was talking to him and Justin McCully, you know, the first most ignorant thing people can do is just block it out and say, oh, they're trying to protect the stoner lifestyle. Done. And I said, as soon as I mentioned my wife using it to deal with chemotherapy, oh, guess what? Their ears open up. Now there's credibility. Well, guess what? It's the right fucking thing to do. We already have medicinal here. I don't want to confuse the issue, but marijuana is virtually non-toxic. And adults 21 or over, if this goes through, will have the choice to make the safer alternative. Instead of having to drink, which is way worse on your health and society, and by the way, so is cigarettes. Marijuana is basically a scapegoat for a lot of hate that's not rightfully deserved. So let's look at it, let's experiment with it, let's tell the truth on it, and that all starts with passing Proposition 19, which, by the way, will still not be federally legal. That's why I don't think they're going to put up big Walmarts that can sell 57 pounds a pot a day like the rumors are saying.
Yeah, but
that will get shut down
first.
That's why I don't expect them to do that. Because it's federally illegal, if they were to open up these big Walmarts of marijuana right away, I would expect the feds could come in and shut them down. So I don't think that's going to happen. It's not necessary. That's a scare that the locals have. They say the little mom-and-pop growers are going to be put out of business and that it's going to be monopolized by these big companies. No, not why the feds still are against it.
Although something like that might actually be something to help the case, because if, you had somebody with lots of money and, building these Walmart that you're talking about, and the feds come shut it down, that would require that to go to court, and therefore, this argument would get heard federally.
Bro, there's so many court cases and always have been. Institution of Medicine in Massachusetts has been suing the DEA since 1996 because they will not allow any government marijuana for them to test it. At the same time, they won't allow them to grow their own marijuana to test it. They have it cock-blocked, so we can't learn anything about it. And that was something Harry Anslinger did way back in fucking the early 40s when Mayor LaGuardia put out his report that marijuana was safe and that it should be reclassified and that it didn't lead to other drugs and it didn't lead to addiction. And this was something that Harry Anslinger said. He said, no more testing on marijuana. So here we are. 70 years later, we need to fucking really test it. We every once in a while we get a report from New Zealand or from overseas, or they put some bullshit in there, like they suffocate all the monkeys during the Ronald Reagan administration with gas masks and no oxygen, and they say marijuana kills brain cells. People still haven't forgot that bullshit. People still think that's true. That's all the information. That's all the information that we have so far. But we are, there are lawsuits. Because trying to loosen up the belt on the block they have on marijuana. And, yeah, if this goes through on a statewide level, it's going to make some changes. As I said, 1 out of 8 Americans by population is a Californian. We have, we have over 30 million people here, with a little over 300 million in the country. So that's, we have like 35 million here. That's pretty strong.
That's huge. I wonder if you put it out. I wonder if you put it out there to the people, like, okay, we want to fix the economy. Either we're going to tax marijuana or we're going to tax the churches. How quickly do you think marijuana would become legalized at that point?
Yeah, because they won't dare touch the churches.
Yeah, it's like not even a question.
That thought was, but honestly, if I thought about which one would make more money, it'd be the churches.
Oh, definitely. But I'm saying, the opposition is all probably those people. People who are all opposing the marijuana legalization are probably all coming from that, that sector.
Yeah, and a lot more people spend money on church than on marijuana, for sure. So, hey, let's take caller number 7. Nikki and Bruce, fight for it. I'll take it, Bruce.
Yeah, that's Kit, your coach.
I know, man. Give him a proper intro.
Kick your coach, motherfucker!
Hey, Likens, thanks for calling RVD Radio, dude.
Hey, Rob, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. We're having a fun show, man. Fucking provoking thought. I got, right now on the line, Bruce Jingles. Oh, I'm supposed to call Sabu. Huh. But anyway, I got Stu Stone. He's a big celebrity. What did you do, Stu? You did that show with Jamie Kennedy, and what else do people know you from? You were
if anyone's
serious, weren't you?
Of course, yeah. If anyone's seen the movie Donnie Darko, I was in that. And now I have a great show live every Sunday night called Sunday Night Stew. That's, Rob, you've been on it a bunch of times, and that's pretty much what I'm spending my time and energy on these days.
Right on. So Kit, we're Stu already told me that I mentioned something he never thought of. We're talking about ideas to raise some money for our fucked up economy, and Stu said he never really thought of how much money there is in the churches that's tax free, and it's billions and billions that we should get a hold of. And I mentioned a lot of other ideas too, including cannabis, including prostitution. You may have some ideas that are a little bit more family friendly or that pass by today's family standards. RVD, he's hardcore, but that's what we're talking about today, Kit. So got to get your opinion on that. We lock a lot of people up in prison. I know you know something about that. That's a waste of money. That's a waste of taxpayers' money because we lock up everybody for everything. If people don't belong in cages for owing people money or fucking little shit like that, cages should be for like people that don't fit in society because they make society dangerous. I think that's a huge fucking waste of money right there. But Kit Likens, I'm gonna give you the floor.
Gee, they used to have a system like that in Europe where if you owed money, they could indenture you forever. They can't do that in America now. They just get you another way. Therefore, you could have free people that were indentured to another family for, 70 or 80 years because somebody owed them $800. You can't do that in America. But
so it flowed over to the next generation or whatever, huh?
Yeah, they used to be able to do that. I found that really bad. But what I was years ago, someone tried to sue me, and I was a broke young fellow, and then he was telling me that he wished they could put me in prison because I owed him money. And he said he was sorry that, America didn't do that anymore. That was the first time I realized that Europe could do that at one point, But right now I'm working on something to raise money for some nonprofits, Rob. And you put the nail on the head. Everybody's making money that's non-taxable. That's why there is the United Way and all those, a lot of big organizations. Most of those organizations have billions of dollars in their coffers, and they spend out $50 when it's in time of need for someone. People are out there starving and drowning, and they've got all this money in the bank, and they're sending them cups of coffee. Or they get all this money for certain programs, and instead of buying houses for the homeless, they invite them in for 3-hour sessions, and they get to bill those homeless persons $90 an hour. A homeless person gets $300 worth of counseling for 3 hours, but doesn't have a home to go to afterward. That's the kind of money that's being wasted with a lot of those nonprofits.
We talked to a guy earlier from Battle Creek who he says he works with you, Joseph.
Yeah, Joe Roca. Yes. Joe and I.
Yeah, so he was. Yeah, we talked to him earlier about what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I've actually put that together for him with the public service announcements and whatnot. Joe and I are working together on those. We were going to hope to get Rob Van Dam to do some stuff with us for California. The thing is, 99% of everything that we get goes to. I volunteer. The people that work with the organization are all volunteers. The only monies that are taken out are just for like gas for things. Nobody makes a profit.
Right on. That sounds good. How funny a company from Battle Creek wants to talk to me about representing California.
Yeah, well, there's actually a California branch as well, helping the community. And it would any money raised in that area would go to that area. But we just had vans. I've raised about $1.5 million in the last 4 months, and donations.
Wow.
A lot of major furniture manufacturers and that. But the thing for me is I like to personally take some poor people brand new furniture from Art Van and just give it to them. And I like to, those are the kind of things that really make me feel good.
Yeah, right on. Our in-house police officer who seemed to take off at the beginning of the show and he hasn't been back, I hung out with him when I was on the East Coast last week, and he goes around like to the pizza places, and when they have pizzas made that nobody ordered, and he grabs them, and he gets like all this extra food and stuff, and he actually like drops it off with like homeless people and stuff, and he has places like that he does on his route just on his own time, just to help out and just to have the the positive energy that he does. But he's just a really good guy.
Joe Roca, his son was 17, during Katrina, he founded this place called Helping the Community, and he lapsed into a coma shortly thereafter and died within a year. His father, Joe, the guy that you spoke to, started and continued helping the community because his son, that was his vision. They raise, feed like 3 million people every year. It's the food bank of South Central Michigan they're affiliated with. But Joe, a lot of organizations, you have to go to the welfare department. You have to get a chit or a slip, and you have to go through all this garbage. With Joe, you just show up with a bag, and he'll fill it up full of food. And they buy and we buy all the food ourselves from different pantries and get it donated. There's never no money ever exchanged. Basically, Joe pays for everything out of his pocket, and as well as I've been. We have some major donations from NBC and CBS because they can tell a fraud when they see one, and they can really see when someone's really helping, and Joe is really helping our communities. And, that's why I've got behind him myself.
All right. Hey, Stu, you do a MMA show with Justin now, right?
Yes, I do. And by the way, this gentleman that you have talking right now, he sounds like a real mensch. He raised $1.5 million over the last couple of months. We got room for him in the movie business if he wants to produce movies and raise some money for us over here. Man, that's crazy. We have a show called
kickboxing instructor, Stu. When you hear my RVD story and I talk about when I was 15 or whatever, and the first time I got to get into a ring, it was because we wrestled on the living room floor, and this guy had a ring in his backyard, so we knocked on his door. We want to get in your fucking ring, and he made us go through the kickboxing practices. I had to stretch and do the drills and the sparring, and then after the fighters went home, then the wrestlers could have the ring, and that's how I got into kickboxing, and I was
crazy.
doing that while I was training to wrestle and stuff. And that's Kit Likens on the line with us right now. He was the OG.
He planted the seeds for RVD.
Yeah, Rob was
sure. Andy let me wrestle in front of people. Like, I don't even count this in my professional career, but he was a promoter and a kickboxing champion as well, and so he would do shows. And we would open the show with wrestling matches. We had choreographed matches. We hadn't been trained, but we were acrobatic, and I had the kicks and all that. And then I would fight afterwards. Sometimes an extra fight because there'd be someone that was wanting to get in the ring because we did shows at outdoor band festivals and bars and shit like that, so there'd be a drunk that'd want to get in the ring, and I was so hungry, for the experience. I'd be like, I want him. Fuck, we set the ring up, tore it down, moved it, all that shit. That was way before I even met the Sheik, so that's...
Rob was a little boy, and we were in a strip club, and these strippers would...
How little of a boy were you in a strip club?
Yeah, in Kalamazoo.
So this is a few weeks. So this is a few weeks ago, then.
Yeah,
that was a long.
When he was a mere lad.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So, but anyway, hey Nikki, can we call more than one person at a time?
Let's try. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's try and call Justin real quick. And
I know he's not real
quick.
There can't be one person in the chat room at one time as co-host, though. I noticed
No,
that.
yes. There is, because you keep knocking me out.
I know, I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's all right.
Bruce Jingles fucking shit up.
I'm
All right,
dialing Justin. It looks like we can have more than fun.
Okay, Kid and Stu, like anytime you gotta go, we'll keep you around as long as you want to be around.
You said Justin, right?
Yeah, but he usually answers by now if he answers.
All right, want me to hang up?
I'll give it one more ring.
Okay.
Mailbox is going to be full.
I just don't want it to
always full. Okay, that's cool. He's not going to be on. He's a partner with Mr. Stu. Call Jeremy Borash, JB.
Call JB? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to call. I want to call Stu later. Hey, Stu, are you still there?
I'm here, yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about your setup.
That sounds amazing. I would love it. That would be great.
About your situation.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Maybe Justin probably doesn't recognize the phone number.
He does too. I've called him before.
But I can tell you real quick. I can tell you real quick, though, Justin McCully does have an MMA show that RVD was the guest on last week. Unbelievable interview. It lasted about 40 minutes, and it's at finalroundradio.com.
Hello.
Okay.
JB, welcome to RVD Radio. How the hell are you?
Good to be on, pal. How are you?
You're your Borash, motherfucker.
That's exactly how my mom greets me.
That's how mine greets me. She calls me Jeremy Borash all the time.
Jeremy Borash from TNA. On the line with us, Jeremy. Bobby B, I'll get to you. Don't hang up, dude. I see Bobby B's been on there forever. On the line with us, comedian Bruce Jingles, kickboxer Kit Likens. This was my first kickboxing coach when I was a kid, JB. And also we got Stu Stone, or Stu the Jew, as we call him. So,
I know Stu. Good man.
That's wrong.
Dude, you get around. Oh, sweet, my phone's dying. Awesome. Hey, Bruce, is your phone charged yet?
Yeah, it's somewhat charged. This really sucks, dude.
What sucks?
No, his damn phone.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, JB, how are the bites from the bed bugs? Have they gone away?
Now, the biggest dilemma right now is what do I hold up the hotel for now? You know, they're trying to get me to sign a release. Basically, I indemnify them of any future damage. Yeah, crazy. So they came back to me with 10,000 bonus points on my rewards card, which isn't even enough to stay at the same hotel.
Do not
my God.
Don't do it.
What exactly do bed bugs entail? Are you like covered with rashes and what's going on?
Well, above and beyond the normal rashes that I'm covered in, yes. I woke up on Friday morning, and we were in where were we? Newark, New Jersey, of all places, and noticed a couple of bites or something. I thought they got some mosquito bites or something like that, and then I just noticed they just more and more started popping up. And by the end of the day, I probably had 15 bites on my face, probably 10 on my arms.
Ugh.
Yeah.
In New York, you're probably thinking those crabs.
Oh,
I was probably thinking it was crabs again, and thankfully I had those cleared up a couple weeks ago, so I knew that wasn't the case.
Are you allowed to say hotel, or are you not allowed to say?
I will not give the hotel chain, but it rhymes with ferry yacht.
That's a Hilton.
if you can figure it out at home.
Oh, for saying that.
That's the roadway. Now listen,
Oh,
Casey, I'm going to tell you this. By the way, this is Nikki, Rob's producer. Don't sign anything. Don't sign anything. Okay.
Touch your penis?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, here's what I'm planning on doing, guys. I'm seeing at least I'm picking out hotels somewhere in Maui. I'm going to choose because I think I got like a 7-day vacation coming for maybe a week, something on a nice Maui resort from the good folks at Marriott.
Don't you think you could get a little bit more out of that? I think you were pain and suffering. You have a TV career that's been affected by this. You've been traumatized. Your girlfriend won't sleep with you because of this. You got a real case here, man. You can go after.
From your bed.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking $1 million pay shouldn't settle for $1,000 settlement, is what you're saying.
Oh no.
I mean, if Hulk Hogan can sue Fruity Pebbles, then I mean, I think you got a shot at this.
Yes.
I'm gonna
can you believe that?
destroy that dude.
And it'll be unprecedented. It's time. It's time. Because they're paying everybody off, and you know what? It's disgusting. And they need to fix it.
That dude's a fucking wannabe fucking faggot bodybuilder dick sucking asshole.
Motherfucker.
But JB, that was a soundbite from Sabu on this show. One of our best shows ever. We have like 1,000 sound bites on here now. Holy cow! We haven't used any. We haven't used any the whole show. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
That was like our best show when Sabu was all pissed off. But anyway, what did they tell you to expect for like how long till they go away? Have you heard anything?
Yeah, well, they're going. I mean, most of the ones on my face are gone, but I got a couple ones. One that actually blistered on my wrist. Basically, what's so friggin' disgusting about this is that you take these things with you. They jump on your bags.
Yes.
No one's safe. And I live in a nice little place in downtown Nashville that if it gets infested, that's not good.
Dude, since I told Sonya that you got bit by them, she hasn't let me bring my luggage in from my fucking car yet.
Yeah, but
what's weird about it?
Hawaii.
No. Well, there
doesn't even know that we slept together.
I'm starting to itch now.
That's the weird thing about it. It's definitely more damaging from a psychological standpoint than physical, because now I'm running around scratching myself constantly. And I scratched myself in private a lot before, but now I'm doing it public.
Sure. But JP,
what's your penis?
But how long did it? Was it just one time in the bed and then boom, the bed bugs bit, or?
That was it. Yeah, when they found the bed bugs, they went in there with security afterwards. He thought I would have had leprosy or anthrax or something in this hotel room.
Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
And
they brought fucking security.
They brought security up. We looked for the
exterminator. Fuck.
Well, Billy the exterminator was busy.
All right. Okay, wait. Fucking A, man. Best wishes with that. That's crazy. You know, we finally know somebody that it happened to. I don't know if anyone else knows somebody. What the fuck? Share a story with us. But we're also talking about ideas to help the economy. And I got a ton of callers that are just listening. So thanks for being patient, everybody. You know how that goes on RVD Radio. But we've had some ideas, JB, we've talked about. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a proponent for controlling and taxing and regulating cannabis. It only makes sense. It's just the number one cash crop in the fucking country, and 1 out of 2 adults admits to having tried it. And I think everyone knows it's not heroin or acid, even though the feds have it classified along with it. And then from there, hemp. We could replace everything with hemp. Hemp is biodegradable. It's safe for the environment. It releases carbon dioxide. There's 100 reasons to use it, and there's 20,000 things you can do with hemp. And
hemp kills bed bugs.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't tax bed bugs, but we had a bunch of ideas. Jew is a strong proponent for taxing prostitution and legalizing it. They do it in other countries.
Toronto. They just did it in Toronto.
Actually, in Nevada, when they have the legal brothels, I'm sure those places have to pay taxes.
They do. How do you think they still exist?
Sales tax.
Yeah, in fact, I have seen shows.
As a church.
I have seen some shows saying, that is why they legalized it. There was because it was going on anyway, and they did it to bring that money into the economy. That was the whole argument, was legalizing the prostitution out there. It's something to consider, right, JB? You got any ideas of your own, JB, thought about that can turn us around?
I can only second what you're saying in the sense that you've traveled the world. I've been to Amsterdam many times just on tour, and you see what it's done. And I guess from an economic standpoint, it's tough to argue. I mean, you look at just the breakdowns of what it's done for Holland, the Netherlands, and other places where it has worked. It's tough to argue. It really is.
Yeah. Do you think we have a really big problem with people that are not Americans coming into our country and taking the money and then sending it out of the country to their families? Is that a significant part of our economy right there?
It seems to be in most places, or it seems to become more popular. As far as they're also doing the jobs and taking the money out and working those wages that a lot of people aren't wanting to do. So. It's interesting how it's all breaking down now, and a lot of people are saying it's just a matter of time before there is no border at all, and we're one with Mexico, one with Canada. I mean, there's a lot of theories being thrown out about it, but it's all going to come down to economics at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. Something. You mentioned traveling around the world, and this has been a big part of our show, so it almost sounds redundant, but I want to get your take on this. Since you're such an important man, we got to hear your opinion. Traveling around the world, every country, no matter where I go, I see tons and tons of churches. That's got to be a huge, huge business. I wouldn't be surprised if churches brought in as much money as pornography, which we know is $400 billion plus in the country. Although it's going down with free. With free internet porn, I don't contribute that much to it anymore. But
that really has changed things. You laugh, but I mean, anybody that I know that being in television production and out and work in LA, you can't help but run somebody who's been involved or works in the porn industry somehow, and they're all broke. And I live in the industry. They're all broke. There's nobody paying for content anymore. So. The porn industry itself is in pretty rough shape, and you want to talk about stimulating the economy. That alone, where's all that money going? That people were spending on DVDs. It was $1 billion, multi-billion-dollar industry, and now it's just evaporated with the internet. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, I know, dude. Well, what if we could do like and then now they just rent that thing out for parties. That's it. And Playboy's losing money like a motherfucker.
I wonder if we could do internet church, and then people would leave their house and have internet church.
I'm willing to get ordained for that.
Organized religion is dangerous.
Hey, Rob, Stephen Baldwin, the actor? Stephen Baldwin, the actor, did that. He started his own church, he got a license, and he doesn't pay taxes, and he tries to do a reality show on it. And, he's got this church with him and Christian Asoy, the skateboarder, and the two of them have like a church in Venice Beach that's like a storefront little, 700 square foot thing, and everything's tax free.
That's what I told Rob to do.
Yeah, you did, and I guess that's a loophole in the system, I guess. I mean, it's sacrilegious, it's blasphemy, but what the fuck?
And
we'll call it 7, Bruce.
We're gonna go call it 7. That's opposite X, motherfucker.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
That's Aaron Aguilera. Aguilera, motherfucker.
What the? Ay. Honey, Officer X is all the way down to 9.
Okay. Officer X will let you out too, but Aaron Aguilera texted me, said he's on hold. Aaron's a wrestler. He's an actor, and he was in WWE with me for a minute. He was Carlito's bodyguard, Jesus. And, we know you from a bunch of other stuff, too. What up, Aaron Aguilera?
RVD, man, what's up? How you doing, bro?
Dude, I know you've been on hold for a while, so you've been listening, so I don't have to bump you up for the question. But we do got Jeremy Borash and Bruce Jingles, and
this is some high tech stuff, man. You guys are kind of deep. I thought we was gonna talk about like the pit bulls and Harlem Heat and stuff like that. Kane was like the fake Diesel and stuff like most wrestling shows. Man, y'all are blowing my mind, man. I'm getting nervous now, dog.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I mean, here's what my followers know about me that actually really follow the real me. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff, but we're all individuals, and so we all have our own perspectives of everything. And everyone, if you don't have an opinion, open up your mind and develop an opinion. We just want to know what you think about it. So that's why every subject that we have is just meant to provoke thought. I just want people to think without necessarily using what people are telling them to think. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a nonconformist, and to me, nonconforming is a non-action. It's an absence of the act of conforming towards something, which is just assuming something's true because they put it in your head.
I agree. What makes you special? What makes you different, bro? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure all your listeners know, man. I mean, with you, it's not just about the wrestling, man. You got some some good thoughts, man. Some crazy opinions, man. I think they respect that about you, man.
He's fucked up.
Kane was the fake Diesel? That's crazy. I didn't.
You didn't know that, bro?
Hey, so Aaron, we're talking about our economy and how fucked it is, and we're just talking about different ideas of things that we could do to raise more money. I mean, with an opinion on maybe stop arresting so many people, let some people out of prison, let them get out there and fucking some work. Maybe we tax churches, maybe we use hemp. How about immigration, I don't know, a lot of our money gets wasted out there. We pay much interest on the dollar to the World Bank. Pretty fucked. You ever think about any of that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think you're onto something, bro, with the illegal immigration, bro. I mean, I think you're right, man. A lot of the U.S. dollars are going back to Mexico, man. There's something we got to do something about that. I mean, for example, my pops, he does construction, right? And so he'll go bid a job for, he'll go say, I'll fix this house for $1,000. But then his competitor, he'll go get an army of illegals, and he'll say, I'll fix the same house for $500. So how is the American contractor going to compete with that, So
right,
I mean,
how can we as a consumer not go with the better deal, right?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's capitalism.
I mean, that's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same for any industry, though. I mean, even bongs, like now people make glass in China and they don't buy American glass anymore. And I mean, every industry really suffers from it's cheaper to do it outside of America syndrome.
Right. I think if we make a conscious effort though to buy American made, I think maybe that might help.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I got wait. So I don't even know who the fuck to fucking mute.
Hey, Rob. So.
Who do we mute?
Okay, hold on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So anyway,
hey, Rob.
Yo.
Rob, I just want to say something right quick, and then I'll mute myself. What they call the money that illegals sent back to Mexico is called remittance. Okay. And this year it's about $15.5 billion. All right.
Are you serious?
20%. Yep, it's 20% higher than the amount sent during the same period in the previous year. And the problem is, our banks are doing it and they don't tax it. Okay, so our banks agree to wire this money that they know is going. Okay, $15.5 billion out of our own economy to the Mexican economy. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Non-taxed. So one of the things that I think would work is if you are going to send money to Mexico, I believe that there should be a 10% tax on it or something. Okay?
There you go.
Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
Yeah, I think that sounds good too. I think that sounds fair.
Hey, what's up with Justin McCully? He's saving you, Rob, or what?
Yeah, he does that a lot. I might try and reach him again in a few minutes. But
hey, remember his voicemail? Remember his voicemail? He say Justin McCully. Remember that?
Right. Yeah, I know. And it's always full. The mailbox belonging to Justin McCully. It's full.
Right. But you leave the best voicemails, dog. Hey man, your listeners, bro. Here's an example, man. I'd be like, hey, Hardcore, what's up, man? Just checking on you, see how you're doing, man. Just touching base, bro. What you gotta go?
Yeah.
It's freaking great, bro. Love it.
Yeah, Aaron, you got anything to plug on RVD Radio?
Nah, man, I'm pretty much just jobless. So I mean, if anybody wants to hire me for whatever, I ain't got no. Me and you have had this conversation before. I'm not really a big social networking guy. I'm not on the Twitter and the Facebook and all that stuff. But I mean, if anybody needs like a security guard or something, just give me a holler.
Sinomania.com.
Sinomania.com. We're already done with that. I'll throw that out there. Yeah. All right, Aaron. Well, how do people get a hold of you?
I think some fan little like Mark dude has like a MySpace page for me. They can check that out.
There you go. Find that MySpace site.
Well, geez, the jobs are just going to be flying in at that rate. No one can get a hold of you. How are we going to hire you?
Yeah. Check out that MySpace. I think it's still up, bro. Is MySpace still around? Is that still going on?
Do people still use that?
MySpace/man. 2 people left on MySpace.
We'll wrestle for food, man.
Wow.
It hasn't died yet. It's still there. So.
Hey Rob. Well, one thing, man. Since I got you on a public forum, I just want to publicly thank you, man, because many people don't know this, but you are one of the trailblazers in Southern California. Guys like you, Bobby Bradley, the Haystack, Cincinnati Red, Fallen Angel. Just to come to mind, guys like you were the guys I looked up to coming up in the business, man. And you were the true trailblazers, man. And you set a good example for workers like me, man. And you've done what I want to do, and you've accomplished what I want to accomplish, man. And you set the bar high. And I just want to thank you, man, for just being a positive role model for us SoCal workers, man, indie workers trying to make it, bro. I just want to publicly thank you on your forum, bro. Thank you, man.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that, Aaron. I always have you in mind for whatever I got going on out here.
RVD, motherfucker!
Yeah, tell Jeremy Borash you need a bodyguard over there at TNA, man.
Here you go.
He got him.
You know what, Aaron? You let me get my ass kicked in Australia once, so I don't think I think you had your shot.
I wouldn't mind hearing that story.
Yeah,
I think I forgot that one.
Yeah, it was late. It was a very late night.
See, motherfucker.
All right, there you go. Hey, am I mistaken, or did I hear Fonzie on the line?
Hey, Daddy.
Fonzie, Daddy.
That's right, Daddy.
That's right, Daddy. Fucking hell yeah, I'm on the line, brother. I'm trying to get in. You're so swamped.
Fonzie, motherfucker!
That's right, Samuel Jackson. Say Fonzie, motherfucker. I'm trying to get in. I was busy. But it's all good, RVD.
Awesome. Well, dude, we're having a real busy show. We're already down to like the fucking last 25 minutes or so. A bunch of people on the line, and
right
you know how it
Daddy.
goes on here, man. It's a free-for-all. We got some
right
great...
on. I'll fit right in. Justin, almost stretch Sandman. I'll stretch him. Officer X Daddy, I know he's on the line. Samuel Jackson, the comedian, he's on the line. I know all that shit. RVD, Miss RVD, the whole effing show, Daddy. Rolling, Daddy.
Borash
in
is
California.
online, and
Jamie Borash. Hell yeah.
Guest. Yeah. Hey, Fonzie, Daddy, we're sorry to hear about Giant Gonzalez.
Oh, brother, man, it was heartbreaking. But he told me in '93. He said, Fonzie, I'm not going to live long. You know, the Giants die early. I said, I know, brother. We buried Andre and all that. And I felt bad because I was with him for 3 years, 24 hours a day. I told you some of the stories. I was his wingman. They paid me over $100,000 a year to hang out with him. They overpaid me. I had a fantastic time. God bless him and his family. I kept in touch with him all the way up until maybe last year. He stopped sending cards. We would send Christmas cards to each other. I guess he was getting sick. He almost died here a couple times with diabetic strokes and all that. God bless him. But I called Vince up, and when he died, I said, Vince, if you need anybody to represent WWE, fly me out. I'd go to, I'd fly to Argentina, and I'm sure he sent flowers and all that, because I brought the Giant into WWF. It was WWF at the time. I brought him in. We went to Vince's house, and Vince was so amazed at this guy. Even though Giant Gonzalez couldn't work a lick, Van Damme, he was so big and so tall that people were amazed by this fucking guy. They put him in movies. They put him in, on TV in front of the Braves and everything. It was fantastic. This guy so Vince was so amazed with this guy, RVD, that he gave him like a $60,000 signing contract. He said, J.J. Dillon put Fonzie to work right away. I was at Madison Square Gardens like a week later, making money, having fun. It was all good. And I miss him. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, that's right, Daddy. I was real impressed the first time I saw him as a fan, too. I remember at the Battle Creek Kellogg Center, and he hadn't been on television yet, at least not that I knew of, and I was just like, holy.
I was there with him. I was there. He wore a size 25 shoe.
Good God.
Before
that's right, Daddy.
Before he went into diabetic, he was diabetic, but he didn't know it. He would eat like a dozen eggs for breakfast, a loaf of bread, a pound of bacon. He was a real big eater because he had a big body. He had to fucking give all the nutrition to. He was fantastic, brother. Then once he got on his diabetic thing, then he tapered off, and I took care of him real good, and he lived a better life. But he was an eating machine, man. What a fucking guy. He was real well proportioned, Van Damme, for being 7'7" on the shoot. They built him as 8 foot, but he was 7'7" on the shoot. He was fucking real normal looking. Like he didn't have a big head and and all that. He was real proportioned well. And the women, they loved him. He was a good-looking Spanish kid from Argentina. The women fucking loved him, Daddy. Fuck, he was beating up the women.
Was he proportionally hung compared to his size 25 shoes?
Yeah, no, he was proportionally fucking fit. You know what I mean? The girl
size 30 condom.
Magnum extra large? Yes.
Yeah.
His dick was fat. At one time, this is a true story. I'm his personal assistant on the road for like 3 years, so I would do anything for him. He'd usually call me up at 3 in the morning. Hey, Fonzie, can you go get a couple of hamburgers, Daddy? I said, right away, man.
I get real
Giant. Right away I haul ass, get him a couple of hamburgers. They pay me $125,000 a year to get him hamburgers. Hell yeah, to get the hamburger at 4 in the morning. So he calls me up. I'm in a hotel right next to him, the next room. So he calls me up and says, Fonzie, it's like 3:25 in the morning or something. He calls me up and says, Fonzie, can you come to my room for a minute? I said, okay, Giant, I'll be right there. So I get dressed. I think I'm going to get him a hamburger or something, right, Daddy? And he said, so I knock on his door, and he answers, and there's a fucking blonde laying on the bed naked. I said, holy shit, Giant, you got a naked blonde girl in your bed. He said, yeah, but I can't get my dick in her pussy because her pussy is dry. Can you do me a favor because my dick's fat? I can't get my dick in there. So he said,
What'd you do?
He says, can you fuck her for a few minutes? Get her pussy wet.
Oh, God.
If I have to, I will. I'll fuck her for a few minutes. Got her pussy wet a little bit, and then, I left the room and he did his deal. But that's what
I'm fucking blind.
That's ridiculous. From Giant Gonzalez to Fonzie. That's crazy.
Wait. Rob?
I get real squeamish around stuff like that.
Good Christ.
I have to edit that out, just so you know, okay? Okay.
God, rest in peace.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, my God.
Well, if you're hung like a moose, doesn't mean you got to be born.
Hopefully that's not part of the eulogy.
Y'all only going to be able to hear it now. I'll edit it out later, and I did mute Fonzie. I'm going to bring him back on it because I know he can hear me. But Daddy, this is a show right now. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Vince is going to send him to Argentina to tell that story.
Yeah, you
actually muted Fonzie.
You know what kind of car he had in Argentina? He had, the car that O.J. Simpson killed his wife in and he got away in that Bronco?
Allegedly,
whatever the fuck, brother. You know what I'm talking about. He's a fucking guilty motherfucker. You know that. He killed the fucking girl, got away with it. Fuck, Daddy. Hey, listen. So he had a Bronco, he had it customized.
Fonzie, motherfucker!
Brother. It was fucking cool as shit. A big fucking O.J. Simpson fucking motor vehicle getaway car. That's what he had. And he loved the Cadillac. Vince McMahon and Ted Turner bought me a Cadillac for 3 years, 365 days a year. I drove a brand new Cadillac every day with me and the Giant. And he didn't want anybody else riding with him but Fonzie and the Giant because he wasn't like not friendly. He just didn't like nobody riding with us because we like to do our way. You know what I mean? So I drove for 3 years every day. California. Oh, my God. Fucking what a driver Fonzie was.
Holy cow, that was one of the...
I can go all night long, Daddy, so if you want me to stretch the show out, if you're lacking anything, I can talk all night long, Daddy. You know me.
I think...
Wind me up. If you want to wind me up, just give me a cue. Say, Fonzie, wind it up in 30 seconds or less. And I can.
Dude, Fonzie, it's good to know that you're somebody's stunt cop. That's awesome.
Right on.
Jesus Christ. That's so fucking awesome.
Hey, I'm RVD's sidekick, Daddy. Me and him were the longest reigning television champions ever in the history of ECW. I think ever in the history of the world. Me and RVD, the whole effing show, Fonzie the sidekick. Hell yeah, tear it up, Daddy. Put us on pay-per-views. We would sell out. We would get the highest buy rate. Ask Jamie Borash about high buy rates. ECW, Fonzie, Sabu, and RVD. We stole the show, Daddy. Not we, as me and RVD and Sabu, but... we were on top, Daddy.
Fucking funny.
Anybody want to speak?
I'm gonna fucking destroy that dude.
RVD, thank you so much for having me on the show, Daddy. RVD, you're the best, Daddy. You're the best, Daddy.
Man, you got any ideas to help out our economy?
Economy? Hell yeah. Hire Fonzie and TNA. The economy, boom, Daddy. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Hire me at WWE. Boom, Daddy, me and Sabu and Van Dam, we would bring the economy up. I'd vote for RVD for president. You know what I mean? The economy, hell yeah. Economy is good, Daddy. Hey, I get pedicures. I don't got a job, but I saved my money when I was in WWE. I saved my money when I was in WCW. I saved my money when I was in ECW. So I still get, even though I've been jobless for a little bit, that's okay. I still get my pedicures every month. The second of the month, I go get my pedicure, Daddy. I get my hair cut. I drive a Cadillac. My house is paid for. I don't know what everybody's bitching about the economy being so bad.
You.
I think it's great, Daddy. Economy's fucking doing great. I got money floating in. I get paid for checks now and then. Life is good.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Amazing. Hell yeah.
It's fucking funny, dude.
RVD for president.
That's it. All right, Daddy. Well, stand by. We've got some other callers and not a whole lot of time. So, Bruce Jingles, get caller number 7.
Caller number 7. That would be my friend Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, motherfucker. You're on the air with RVD.
What up, Josh?
Hello?
You are on, dude.
Hey, what's going on, Rob? What's up, Bruce? What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
Is this Josh that was on the RVD TV cancer episode?
No, that's
No,
Kyle.
I've called in a couple of times. I'm just
right.
Bruce's.
Kyle, Josh.
I followed you guys, your career, and I like listening to the show, but I know there's not a lot of time. But you guys are talking about the economy, yeah?
Yes.
No, we're
I
talking
think
about
so.
the economy. Yeah, we're talking about the economy, Dad.
You
guys are doing right
earlier,
now, my opinion, would be the best thing to help the economy. I mean, there's always going to be religion, there's always going to be entertainment, and there's always going to be sex. Now, you can't exactly bring sex to the public like that, but there's always going to be entertainment. And you know how, like, a lot of celebrities, they're, like, doing these charitable events and whatnot?
Like Fonzie Van Dam? Yeah, we know all about it.
There should be a lot more things like that. Like, for instance, it doesn't take a lot of money to throw a party. You know, you just need money.
Like a bar mitzvah.
People that have, credible names like Bruce or guys like yourself, Rob, and, comedians or actors, entertainers of any such. It doesn't take a lot of money to throw together an event. And a lot of the times, that money does go to charities, but it's a lot of charities that are just the same thing over and over again. And granted, they are for good causes, but nobody actually helps, get people jobs with the money that they get, from these charitable events. And I think, the entertainment business would help a lot.
Do you know how much money the entertainment business sent to Haiti last year?
Well, no, I know that, but that's something specific that just happened. I mean, our economy is fucked up as it is, and it's going to be that way until it gets fixed. So in my opinion, between entertainment, sex, and or religion, those are 3 things that, could help the economy as far as, like, let's say you get 12 celebrities, whoever they are from whatever field, comedy, acting,
Fonzie,
wrestling, sports, whatever have you.
Taboo, Paul Heyman, Todd Gordon, Bruce Jingles. There's 7 of them right there. How many more you need? 3? Okay. You bring them up, Daddy.
That's right, Daddy.
That's right, Daddy.
Yeah, but for instance, something like that. Let's say there was one event each month.
Yeah, you Michael Jackson, not a chance.
You could do it in places like the beach. You could do it at a club. You could do it at a park. You could do it anywhere. And, like Bruce, I know you guys are, all for cannabis and whatnot. And, like you were saying about hemp, if, they legalize it, it could change a lot of things.
19, Daddy.
And I just think that, if people started hosting more events, there's people that we know that, are private brewers, so we can get plenty of beer. It's not going to cost a lot. It doesn't cost a lot of money to get a permit to have an event, let's say on the beach or at a park. And you just basically have people that people want to see, and then the money from there, you could start up some type of small, I guess, nonprofit organization to help people get jobs or create jobs. And, I mean, I don't know. I guess that probably
there you go, Josh. That's an entrepreneurial perspective, a way of somebody can individually do their part to make a huge difference, So that we appreciate your call. And Bruce and I hope to have news sometime in the not-too-distant future about a show that we're doing that's a fundraiser, but it's nowhere near materialized to the point of we're talking about it yet. Although originally we were going to try and do it in October. No way I'm going to be ready. I've been too busy. But we'll get back to that, but we're excited about it. And and that's going to be really good, too. And we lost Bobby B, so I think I'm going to call him. But let's go to Matt Denton real quick. First caller that I took.
Yo, Rob, how you
what
doing?
Up, Matt Denton?
How are you doing?
Matt Denton, motherfucker.
Thanks, Bruce.
That's right, Daddy.
Appreciate it. Oh,
Dude,
Fonzie, I love you. I love you.
Give us a united.
I love Van Damme too. I'm excited.
And
we
David,
all
what
love
the fuck? You guys are on the phone together? Matt Hatton and David, how's that? You guys are on the phone together?
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
You guys
how you
sharing
doing,
one
man?
phone?
Big fan for a long time, brother.
Right on. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much.
Nice to finally talk to you, man. I've seen you live a few times, and you're amazing. You haven't lost nothing, man.
Yeah, I couldn't talk to you when you were talking to me in the ring. I was too busy.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Hey, Rob, I'm coming to see you in January, dude.
Oh, I can't wait. January 19th through 30th, baby.
Yeah,
We're gonna go to
January. January.
Scotland, Ireland, France, England, where else? So
Hey, Dan, can I get on those tours with you, Daddy?
You know, if I could get you out, I'd fucking have you there already, Daddy.
I know you would, Daddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to bring my wife, and I want a first-class ticket.
There you go, Daddy. That's how we do business.
Right on, Daddy.
So anyway, I will see you there. You guys think, from the UK, what's the United States look like to the UK? Like we're fucked or what?
It looks fucked. Yeah, it looks fucked, but we're fucked worse.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a direct. You guys immediately have financial reaction to how we're doing, obviously, and we're the leaders. So you guys are fucked from it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you guys learn to quit
we kind of got the mega powers going on right now. Matt's from the UK. I'm from the US. So we're a coalition right now. We're working together. We're building a bond right here.
That's kinky.
Yeah.
We already had enough kinky on this show.
Yeah.
No more kinky. It's God.
No homo. No homo.
Hey, man, did that guy just say he's building a bong?
Cool. Thanks for calling, Bruce. Go to caller 5.
Hey,
Caller
and
5.
wait, quick. Justin's on line 8.
On line 8. Okay.
Finally, get Justin in here.
Hey, Justin, Daddy. Justin, don't stretch Sandman.
What up, everybody? How you doing? Justin, motherfucker.
Justin, we only have a few minutes left of the show, and we know how you like to talk, but we got Stu is on the line. Aaron Aguilera was on a few minutes ago, but he is still on, actually.
Yeah, damn, we got everybody on the show tonight. That's me. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
All right, hey, Justin, man, lend us your wisdom. What can we do to help our economy?
Honestly, I think we got to go old school. We just got to take the entire system out and replace everything. We got to take the central bank down. There's no other way but to take the central bank down.
Oh God!
And give the central bank the control of the central bank back to the people. And once that happens, I think we'll be all right. And who knows? But for right now, obviously, I think the whip's about to crack. I don't think we've felt the worst of the recession yet. So there's going to be some angry people pretty soon. And people are getting poorer and hungrier by the day. And so there's some bleakness out there that's making people enraged. And I feel their cry. And I'm down for the revolution. That's what I'm saying. I'm down for the revolution. And we should just everybody.
And the revolution will be televised.
Stop paying your credit cards. Stop paying your home loans. Stay in your home, and create anarchy and take down all the banks and the crediting systems.
Hey, Justin, the president of the United States just had his press agent say that the economy's going back into normal. He's pulling our strings, Daddy. It's a big conference. He said, hey, the economy's back in order. Everything's kind of going in line. Everything's doing good, better. But, damn, he's pulling our chains.
The best thing about this guy is, once his approval rating went down, the same week his approval rating went down, the next week we were pulling out of the war, and and the economy was fixed.
Yeah. How do you do that?
All of a sudden he needs a rating, and next thing you know, he's calling it into the war, and I don't know. He's got an answer for everything when the
I know it, Daddy. Damn, brother.
But I don't know.
I know it.
I don't believe in any of them anymore, Fonzie Daddy. I don't
Well,
believe in anybody but you and me.
I voted
and
for Jimmy Carter, Dixie Carter's grandfather.
Is that really her grandfather? I would believe that. If he told me that, I would believe him.
I did. Hi, Daddy. RVD, you're great, Daddy.
Trying to get a hold of Bobby B. Who's
Bobby D.
Robert De Niro?
Yo, Rob, what are you doing?
Hey, man, I know you were. Hey, I
Yes, sir.
saw you hanging on the whole time online, and then I didn't get to you. Then you finally hung up. I know I do that to you show after show after show.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I know, dude. I didn't hang up. I set my phone down and it stopped. Then I tried calling back and it said, leave a message at the beep.
Oh, we lost JD too. If I can call him in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to. But you listen to the whole show, I'd be like you always do, man. What can we do to help our fucked up economy?
Well, I'm with you all the way on that shit. About let's tax churches. I'm all about that, and I'm marijuana 24/7. So I think that would kick our economy in the ass, a lot. Because it would create so many jobs. Talk about
Big
small
proposition
businesses.
in California coming up. Vote, Daddy.
That's right. That's right.
Here's the question I want to raise to everybody. If the taxes are higher than they've ever been, people are paying out more money to the government than we ever have.
True.
We have social programs like the lottery and all these other programs. The lottery itself, there's millions and millions of dollars that go into that program that are all supposed to come out of the state school education programs. They're not one of them. Not one of our schools has books. Our teachers are out buying books and paper and pencils for the students, but you got the lottery and all these other programs.
Keep going, brother. Fuck, where's the money going, Daddy?
Look at that expensive school they built in downtown LA, the JFK school, the most expensive school in the country, and it's a public school.
Wow.
That was the old Ambassador Hotel, Bruce, where Kennedy got shot.
Yes.
And it's over $500 million. What's that, Fonzie?
The books about where JFK got shot. Yeah. In Texas, Dallas.
No, not JFK, but his brother Bobby out here at the Ambassador Hotel, where it's a Hollywood historical landmark. The Coconut Grove used to be a place everybody would party at, which is a nightclub attached to there. Marilyn Monroe's first talent agent operated at the Ambassador Hotel. So I'm glad they didn't tear it down. But yeah, they spent $500 million to make the country's most expensive school. It has flat screen TVs in the hallway and just movie theater, all kinds of crazy shit. But
it's too much.
They had the plans for that before the economy went down, and that's part of their defense for carrying it through. But yeah, they're.
Hey, Ben Dem, can I ask you a question? Ben Dem, can I ask you a question?
Sure, do it real quick.
Hey, where the Ambassador Hotel is, where we're going to build that school with $1 million flat screens and all that, is that in a high dollar area where the homes are expensive, or is it in it's a multi-level?
It's, it's off of Wilshire Boulevard, downtown. It's not, it's in between, it's more expensive than it is poor, but it's not far from everything, right downtown, this Ambassador Hotel. But,
like most places in California.
I'm going to take one more caller here because Benji's been on the whole time, and, I can't even take him. Why can't I take Benji? Benji, what up? Speak to me.
Yes, how are you?
Good, Benji. Appreciate you holding the whole time, man. We don't have much time before we close, so I thought I'd give you a chance.
I got to ask an off-the-wall question because I'm a fan of you and a fan of this show. Would you ever consider doing Dancing with the Stars?
I ask him that all the time.
No, I absolutely would not.
Yeah.
I could do the waltz or something like that.
Oh, you'd be so great at it.
You do hip-hop dancing. You're
I would actually watch
the
show if he was on it.
Yes.
Sue, would you be my partner?
I'm down. Set it up.
Yeah, okay. Officer Hank, Officer X, is it when people are in prison, does it cost our country money, or is it actually boosting the economy because then there's a bunch of prison guards and there's money raised that way? Is it like offering jobs, or is it really a drain?
It depends on where you go. If you go out to like the middle of Pennsylvania, there's a bunch of federal prisons there, and that's the whole economy of the town. Everybody works there, and everyone works there, and the stores sell their products there, and then they kind of get the inmate too, because they charge them like $5 for a minute for phone calls and triple charge them for all the shit that's there anyways.
And and they're privatized, right?
Some are and some aren't. Yeah, I mean, prisons are fucking necessary evil. Like they can say, build schools or build prisons. I said, put these assholes in prison.
You're out of your mind, Officer X. That's why they made bullets.
Hey, money that take care of all this shit it comes out of our taxes, though, right?
Hey, don't make me fucking drive down to California and straighten you out again, man. Yeah.
Hey, Officer X, it's our tax money that goes to pay for these made-up jobs that we do for caging people up, though, right?
Yeah, it's a big fucking work.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody. We ran out of time. So thanks everybody. I'm about to miss my cue. And SVD, great having you here. Bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
Drop that down!